Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I'm glad that you could join me in my classroom as we begin looking at our recipe today. And we're going to be making a salsa brown rice, Southwestern dish for our recipe. And we're going to look at it, making this recipe two ways. The first way is using the method in the oven, which is a hot a dry heat cooking method that we're going to be using, where we're just going to add the rice, add the seasonings, add a little liquid, and then allow it to just kind of cook for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to check the rice. Once the rice is done, we're going to answer a few questions about the rice, the texture, the taste, and whatnot, and how the cooking method impacted the overall cooking. So while that is cooking in the oven, we're also going to be using our stovetop or our induction cooktop cooker to do it as well. So we're going to do this in two recordings. The first recording is of me preparing the oven-baked rice, and then the second recording will be of me cooking it stovetop. And again, we're going to do a nice texture comparison. All right, so let's begin. First thing we're going to do, you'll see that I've gathered all of my mise en place, and I'm going to point the camera down just a little bit so that you can kind of see that. You'll see I've gathered all of my mise en place, or as we've gathered all of our ingredients, which means that we're mentally and physically prepared to do our task. I have 2 cups of water, 1 cup of rice, a half teaspoon of black pepper, 2/3 teaspoon of garlic, 2/3 teaspoon of onion, 1/8 of chili powder, and 2/3 of paprika, and 2 tablespoons of salsa. So, to a 13 by 9 inch pan, I'm going to add 1 cup of rice that has been properly pre-measured. And into that, I'm going to add 2 cups of water, and this is cold water. And again, we do get eye level when we're measuring out all liquids in a liquid measuring cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my dry spices. This is my paprika. The paprika not only gives it flavor, but it's also going to help provide color to the rice when it's finished. Our garlic powder. Our onion powder. Our chili powder. Our black pepper. And then last but not least, our salsa. And this is 2 tablespoons worth of salsa. And you'll notice that I haven't added any salt to the recipe. And that's because there is salt in the salsa. And so we're hoping once we combine everything, we'll get the saltiness that we need. In addition, typically when I serve this dish, I'm serving it in conjunction with other items, and so the sodium level just kind of builds up with all the other accoutrements that go with this dish. So at this point, we've stirred in our spices, we've stirred in our salsa, and now I'm just going to cover it with some foil. And I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And this is going to bake for 45 minutes. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this in the oven, and after it has baked for 45 minutes, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Alright, we're going to wrap up our video. 45 minutes later, our rice should be ready to come out the oven. Is there a noticeable difference in just the appearance of the rice from it being baked versus cooking it stovetop? Can you see a difference? I think I can, personally. And so you're going to make a notation of that and the outcomes. And then we're going to go ahead and put this in our serving container. Again, this is one of our STEM to STEAM activities. And we're doing a comparison of the cooking method, how the cooking method impacts the overall turnout of the recipe. And then again, a little green onion, just as garnish for our dish. Make it look pretty. Set this out the way. And then again, we'll do our taste test the same way we would do it with our other one. Put it in a 2-ounce portion cup and then allow our students to taste. And then they complete their reflections. All right, if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to email me or message me. And I hope this video helps you as you are working in your classes with your students. Take care and have a great remaining school year.